paper chasers. It's your girl, Loud Pen. I haven't done a Buzzkill of the Week post in mad long. So as y'all know, your girl is ready to go in. Shout out to my boy Snoopy back there in the back, looking like a straight baller shot caller, like he running this. Like, no, real talk though, y'all. Like, I had the Snoopy for a while, like, but it was at home at my parents' house in Ohio. And when I went home during the holidays, like, I brought him back with me. But like, I don't like real life pets and stuff. And it's just like, but he's like the best dog ever, son. I don't gotta feed him, walk him, nothing. He's just there, son. I love it. Probably Loud Perry would do a video and dedicate a whole minute of it to her Snoopy. Yeah, get at your girl. I go in like that. But anyways, really, this is Buzzkill of the Week. So for the Buzzkill for this week is real talk, y'all. Like, honestly, I know I'm doing my thing over there at De La Pen, doing the fashion thing or whatever. Really loving that. You know, that's pretty much overall going well or whatever. But, like, honestly, I'm going to really have to dispel some rumors here, which is that Fashion Week is like this fabulous, fun, glamorous event. Like, don't get me wrong, you will have fun. You will see glamour. Don't get me wrong. You will also see ridiculously tall heels. I mean, like, honestly, I understand that the really tall platform heel is, like, in fashion right now, but, like, honestly, you know, they're in right now. Yeah. And then just, like, the flamboyant that you see is just sometimes over the top. And, like, flamboyance comes from, you know, there's two types of people that usually work in fashion. I hate to say it, straight women. And honestly, flamboyance comes from both sides, paper chasers. I mean, it's just like both parties just really be tripping. I mean, there's men, you know, straight men that work in fashion, or just, you know, some are extra and some are not, you know, but it's just crazy, like, just the overall flamboyance of Fashion Week. Like, people just come in there just in the tent, oh, dead, like, oh, I write for so-and-so's blog and website. Oh, I write for this magazine. I'm a stylist. I'm a photographer. I'm a designer. How about this is my collection? Sometimes when people be talking to me, I just be thinking, let's be looking at them, what did it say? That's what you just said to me, and walk away. Like, I don't like you. It just cracks me up, and people just think that this is like the most fun, glamorous event in like the entire world. Like, of course, like, this is fashion. Like, you basically get looked down upon if you're a woman and you come up there in their flats. There's only certain pairs of flats you can come up in there. The Tory Burch ballerina flats, and maybe like some other kind of like high-end designer, whoever has done some kind of like flat. Like, if Louboutin did a flat, that would be okay. You could wear a flat, Louboutin. But you can't just come up in there in anybody old Payless flats and whatnot. So most of the week, I'm in my tall 4 to 6 inch heels or whatever. You usually wait about anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes to get into a show. Then you finally get into the show. If you like me and you an up-and-coming blogger, that means you way back somewhere in the 6th row. You can't see nothing, heads in your pictures. You like, oh, what am I going to post on the blog? Because, like, you're trying to take pictures of the show, but you're in the 6th row or you standing somewhere way in the back. You can't take no pictures. And then stating on your Twitter stream, they tweet about who in the front row at the very same show you are, which is probably some A to B, D, C-list celebrity who barely is really important or even really relevant to what actually happens and drives the fashion industry, but yet they're front row. And here you are in the 6th row, back way up here somewhere, don't even know what kind of pictures you're going to post on the blog. But everybody sweared up and down that Fashion Week was so glamorous and told Loud Pen to have fun. Loud Pen wanted to know where the fun came in at. Then Loud Pen messed up overscheduling herself because I had about 3 to 4 events every day. Do you realize Loud Pen did about 3 to 4 events per day from the 10th to the 17th? That's crazy, paper chasers. Loud Pen still has not recovered, which is why she's doing this Buzzkill of the Week video. But I'm just saying, like, I just gotta come and be 100% real with y'all because I was having to go off about some randomness. Y'all know I'm always going off about something or another on my Twitter earlier today, and that's when I was like, yo, I need to just do a Buzzkill of the Week post and just go in, cause like for real. And I have to write a post too and go in about something totally different. All right, anyways, that's pretty much that. So sorry to burst everyone's bubble. You know, Fashion Week is cool. You know, if you are into fashion and you want to cover a fashion show, you know, New York Fashion Week is definitely one of the places that you need to be. Hands down. I do not dispel and deny that. I don't act like it's just a terrible event. I had the worst time in the world. I mean, you know, just all I gotta say, this is like the highlight of my Fashion Week. But I actually met model Jordan Dunn and Edward Inniful, who is a top editor as fashion director at ID Magazine and one of the top contributing editors at Vogue, American Vogue. So, you know, just to meet the two of them was just awesome and amazing. So, anyways, just like, you know, there's highlights and stuff of Fashion Week. So, you know, it's definitely like worth going. And if it's an event you have an interest in going to, if you ever get a chance to go, you should definitely go. But I just, you know, wanted to dispel those, like, oh, Fashion Week is glamorous. Oh, you went to the show there, Fashion Week. No, it's not like that. It's work no different than anything else in life. Okay, so that kills that. Really just only have one more buzzkill for this week, which is also another thing. Kind of funny how my fashion stuff is becoming all the buzzkills of the week. But so okay, so you know, for I've been writing De La Pen since what, June, and so you know, doing this blog, The Loudest Pen Ever, which I haven't been managing as much as I used to, but you know, I still want to get up here and post as much as I can, and then doing De La Pen about what 4 to 5 times a week. It's just become a lot to, you know, do all the writing myself. So like I go to, I don't know if I've mentioned this on The Loudest Pen Ever to you guys paper chasers, but I'm actually in school at the Fashion Institute of Technology for advertising, marketing, and communications. So anyways, I met two of my friends or whatever that I'm trying to recruit to come and contribute to De La Pen because obviously, like I said, it's becoming a lot to manage and do on my own. So I really wanted to bring in someone else to like help me do the writing, right? So, you know, I really wanted to like bring them to this event that I was going to go to the other day, which was a trade show, because like basically I knew I was going to be there, like, you know, talking to like designers, PR people, whatever. And since I want them to start contributing to my blog, you know, like I really wanted to just kind of, you know, since they go to FIT as well, like, you know, basically like train them on what I do for De La Pen, so that like if there's other situations where they go to events or go to cover stuff for De La Pen and I'm not with them, you know, they kind of know like what to do since they're new to this, obviously this blogging world and all that, right? So like anyways, we get up there to the event or whatever, you know, I have all this in mind, I told them all this or whatever. They're like, yeah, we're really excited, we really want to be here, whatever. And then it's like, you know, obviously some people in the industry still really don't claim they don't anyway understand blogs and what a blog is. It's a website already, people. Oh my God, Google it. Like for real, honestly. It's blog. There's too many top bloggers getting like major coverage, like in all arenas, not just fashion bloggers. Like there's music bloggers blowing up. There's like celeb gossip bloggers. Like come on, like you know what a blog is. Like you might not know exactly what my blog is or what different blogs are, but like you know, you should honestly know the concept of a blog at this point. I'm really concerned about you if you don't. So anyways, it's like, you know, I get there and basically I had already gotten invited like to see some other designers that were gonna be at this same event, okay? And then like I had emailed the usually I always clear it with the publicist prior to going to the event. So, you know, I couldn't, like, I was having trouble downloading the application type stuff. So I emailed her, like, yo, I'm having trouble with this, you know, whatever. Is it possible for me to, like, register on site? And she was like, yeah, you can just register on site when you get here the day of. So I was like, all right, bet, cool. So I'm thinking, like, you know, I'll register day of, De La Pen, whatever, you know, straight. So I get to the event. Me and the two contributors get to the event. And hand the little lady, you know, must have been somebody different. I don't think this is the lady I had dealt with via email. So like, then I hand her my card. Yo, paper chases on my business card. on the left-hand side is the Loud Pen logo, which most of you hopefully have seen. And then the other part is like De La Pen, because the card is focused mostly for De La Pen. It's like De La Pen, and then the rest of all my info, right? But like, if you look at my business card, even if you don't know me, when you see the Loud Pen logo there on the left-hand side, you know that, like, even if you don't get the Loud Pen thing, you see it and you're like, okay, this has to be some kind of like writing logo something. You don't know quite what it is, but you at least should know that it's like a logo or something. Like, to me, it's not confusing. I've never had anyone approach me like they were confused about it. So then she looks at it and she's like, is this your company? And I was like, yes. Loud Pen is the name I blog under. Told her my real name, and then was like, De La Pen is the name of my fashion. It's a fashion blog. She was like, oh. And then she looks at my 2 contributors, and she's like, and who are you? Where's your card? And I'm like, they're with me. They're my contributors to De La Pen, the card you're holding in your hand. And then she's like, oh, I can only let this person in. I can let those 2 in. And I'm like, all right, well, never mind then. And I left. And, you know, I thought about it. Like, you know, Paper Chasers, I could have argued with this lady. I could have told this lady, well, yo, lady, like, I may not sit front row at Fashion Week, but, yo, I'm 2 Fashion Weeks in right now. New York. I went to Uzbekistan. Like, I'm world traveled out this chick. Like, you need to ask somebody right now. But I'm not that type of person because, first of all, like, if she doesn't want to let me into the event, whatever. I'm not going to fight you to come in here. You want to know why? Because I'm already 3-4 posts back on my Fashion Week coverage. I already promised 2-3 other people a post about some whole other stuff that's totally unrelated to Fashion Week. So if you don't want to let me into this humongous trade show where there are hundreds of designers and up-and-coming retail brands, that is just fine. But guess what you just did? Guess what you just did, dumb lady? You just cheated a bunch of emerging designers and brands who I always write about, like all the time on my blog, out of 5,000 to 10,000 hits a month, out of almost over 800 followers on Twitter. Like, come on, son. Like, wow, like, built quite a little social media following here. No, it's not huge. I'm not the biggest blogger. I know I heard of a blogger that gets 25,000 hits per day. She does 4 or 5 times what my blog does in a month, in a day. So I know I'm not the biggest blogger. I understand that. I'm not saying that I am, but I understand I have built enough of a following that if I tweet about something, if I blog about something, someone somewhere may just care a little bit. And you may not want to be stank to me, because if I really wanted to, I could put your little trade show on blast, I could put your little name on blast, but I'm not going to do that because I'm better than you. You know what I am going to do? I am going to go ahead and voluntarily burn this bridge between me and your company and what y'all do. So now, from now on, if I ever get an invite from this kind of event, guess who will not be there? And guess what designers that are associated with you will most likely never go on De La Pen. Like, only way they'll get on that blog is if they come at me totally separate sidebar from that event. If they try to associate with themselves with that event, I'm not covering them, because I don't want to deal with that stankiness. I'm never going through the doors of that type of event again, because if that's how I'm going to be treated, I'm leaving. You know, I complain about some of these fashion people sometimes, and I've dealt with some ridiculousness, but I have never in my career been straight up turned away from an event. Why would you turn away press? Who does that? Where do they do that at? Please point me in the direction where some designer doesn't want to be written by on a blog. Like, I don't know where they do that at. I get 20 to 30 press releases per day. So you don't want to let me in your event? That's cool, lady. It's other people that do want to get covered on De La Pen. So deuces. Deuces to you and your event. I hope I never see you ever again in my entire life. For real. So anyways, this has been a 15-minute expression of Loud Pen. I am now done, Paper Chasers. Thank you so much. If you cared, if you listened, if you